Good morning, Facebook. Just want to share something that's quite deep and sits with me and my emotions. Lately, I've been doing a men's circle with the Mankind Project in Nerang on a Tuesday evening, and we do what's called the work. So basically, we do shadow work, and around that, we look at how we sit emotionally as a man and how we turn up in society for our partners and in relationships. And lately, I have been struggling with relationships and my connection with others. And it's been quite a momentous or a churning or an unknown within me to what's really been happening. And the connection that I had the other night is a few of the men were feeling like they were trapped, and there was no way out. And I have done a lot of research around what I was diagnosed with: PTSD, post-traumatic stress, and a beautiful man named Peter Levine. He's a trauma specialist, and it's become really significant and really touch base with me about this freeze response that is quite unknown by a lot of people out there. Like, we all know about the fight and flight, but we are really unknown about this freeze response. I just want to share something today, and Peter Levine talks about the slinky, and he talks about this as our breath or our heart rate. When we are calm, when we feel successful in our lives, when we have good relationships, life seems to be, travelling along really well, and we might go for a run, but we're able to come back and breathe and feel safe within our own container. So when he talks about a trauma, he talks about this disconnect or this disassociation that can happen during this trauma, and this exertion of emotion or this exertion of fear or guilt or shame that happens. And what happens to a lot of people is they shut it off, or they don't know how to deal with a situation, so they're in an unsafe situation and they freeze. So within that frozen state is where this shame and guilt, fear and pain. So with that, I feel a lot of pain around my neck, around my back, around my hips, within my feet and my hands. So to comprehend that is my body went into a state of shock. My body became frozen. So within that frozen state, my mind started to race. My mind was disconnected. It was like trapped in this container with all this energy, because I then realized that sensations within me had become trapped and I couldn't express myself. So without being able to express myself, I then felt angry. So the only way I could express myself was to outlay this anger. And anger within the world is quite, people look at it as disruptive and negative and not a good thing. I just want to talk into this anger and just really being able to support people in this freeze mode and just be able to talk to them through this. You can see this freeze mode. People will clench hands, they'll grind their teeth. My eyes have actually, over the years, I squint. I'm quite cynical of the world. I find it quite hard to trust people. So I've closed myself in. I don't like to go outside as much. I become really disconnected with society. I look at the worst things that are happening around me, not the best things that are happening around me. So within that, it really comes down to being able to allow these people to express themselves. So through this anger, and it will happen to and through these people, just take a breath. Are you okay? Because really, all I am looking for is safety. And all I've ever wanted was safety. But my body feels as though there is no help, there is no safe. I can't run away from it, I can't fight it, I'm trapped. So basically, the only way I could show emotion was to explode and disassociate. So I was finding that I couldn't speak to people. So whenever I had to express my emotion, especially within the circle, that I would disconnect. And I would be off on a tangent, and I didn't even really know where I was at the time. So it has been really good for me to be in a safe container within the circle, with the Mankind Project, that they're there to listen. So within that, I was able to breathe, come back, unlock my body, which then unlocked my mind. So this racing thought, or this disassociation, I could nearly even call it this unconscious feeling of unsafe. I was able to feel safe. And it was quite a profound experience, that being held in a safe container, I was then able to express myself, and it come with love. So there was a lot of anger and a lot of angst, but deep down there was so much love that I was trying to give, because emotionally I'd been so trapped. So it takes time. We really need to look into this freeze response and really be able to share time, and time is a massive factor. So for me, time was lost. So when we have time and people can connect through that time and actually give this person some worth, because when you feel trapped, you lose your worth. You're full of shame, guilt, pain, fear. So to allow that to go, there is so much beauty within that. And these people have been through so much, and it gives them some type of clarity. Around that clarity, there is so much worth, and so much we can learn through the people that have been through this. So within that, I just send love and just want to share my heart, and just take a breath ourselves, and just really allow ourselves to experience and connect with our true authenticity and our true self, and allow ourselves just to have a meaningful life with purpose and love. Namaste.